I've been filming stuff for a while now, and it's no secret that I love action cameras. I know they have certain limitations, but as long as you know how to work around those limitations, you can get some really good results. So today I was out cleaning up some leaves, and just to kind of make the whole task a little bit more enjoyable, I decided just to take some footage of cleaning up the leaves. And I'm going to roll that footage now for no good reason other than I was using my action cameras, and I thought the footage looked pretty neat. You know, when you film stuff like cleaning up leaves, it just makes it a little bit more fun to do those kind of jobs. The action cameras are so small and versatile that they just become difficult, not to use. If you want to dunk them in the water, that's no problem. You want to strap them to a pole, no problem. You need a shot that's super wide, a shot that's super narrow, a shot that's somewhere in between. That's not a problem with that action camera. You want a time lapse, a photo, slow motion. They are just so easy to use. You just hit the button and point them in the general direction of what you want to film, and most of the time everything's going to come out just fine. They become a staple in my filming life, and they just keep getting better and better and better. Like this one, it can shoot 360 degrees and you can literally not miss a shot. This one shoots 5.3K, as steady as a rock, and the image is just great. And this one, you can fit just about anywhere and get shots with it that you just can't get with any other action camera. So when a new action camera comes to market, I'm automatically interested because I seem to use these types of cameras just so much in what I do. That's why when that Osmo Action 2 was introduced, I was really interested. I watched just about every early review on the camera, and I must say that I was left feeling just a little bit confused. Like, I'm not so sure I get it, First of all, I'm not so sure I would consider it an Osmo Action 2. Like, it's a totally different from the Action 1. Like, it's a whole new kind of camera, which is fine. It's just a little bit confusing. If you haven't seen it, the camera is modular, and it comes built in these little cubes. One cube can do it all. When you attach another cube to it, you get an extra battery, and you can add an SD card to it. And then there's another cube that has a screen on it. If you want a front-facing screen, you can use this cube. I'm not really sold on this design. Like, one is waterproof, but if you're using the other one, you have to use a case. And sometimes it records to the SD card unless you have a different cube attached. It may not be as confusing as I'm making it out to be, and it's probably not, but it all just seems so unnecessary, Just an updated version of the Osmo Action 1 would have been great. Just speaking for myself here, but there is absolutely no doubt that I would lose one of these modules. Just no doubt. I seem to lose stuff like this all the time. And then what? I have to go back and order just one module. But that's just a me thing. But still, it's kind of concerning. Let's talk about overheating just a little bit. And I'll tell you right up front, I've never used this camera, so I really can't say from personal experience. But the camera, it shoots at 4K 120, 4K 60, and it is a really small body. This thing is going to overheat like crazy, and there's just no way around it. I know it has a high heat mode, but that may be putting your camera at risk. I'm just telling you that overheating will be an issue with this camera, and there's just no way around it. Finally, the thing that gives me pause about this little camera the most is the battery life. Like I said, you have all these little cubes. The main cube has a battery in it. You can use it by itself. And then you can attach another cube to it and get some extended battery life and record time by being able to use a micro SD card. The combined battery for both of these cubes may be great. However, you can't just switch a battery out when you run out of juice. Like, this little guy here has a similar setup. It has a battery and the case has a battery. But you see, I don't use this for my main camera. I use it to supplement other footage. Typically, I use this thing less than a couple of minutes at a time. Not having a replaceable battery, if you ask me, is a deal breaker. Let's just say, for instance, you're going on a family vacation and you brought this camera to record your family vacation. Let's just say, for instance, that you're going to Disney World. You don't want to carry around anything that's too big, so you decide you're going to take the Osmo Action 2. You get, let's just say, 2 hours recording into the day and the battery goes dead. What are you going to do then? Well, you're going to have to plan ahead and carry a battery charger with you. And then you're going to have to, you know, do a juggling act of which cube is charged and which isn't, and limit how much you can film. And that's just going to turn into just a huge mess. You know, with something like the GoPro, you can just bring some extra batteries, maybe 3 or 4 or 5 extra batteries, an extra SD card, and that's all you're really going to need. Quickly, another negative that I've seen, there's no way to hook up an external microphone. Audio is just so important. It's just short-sighted for these companies to at least not have some kind of adapter or something to be able to plug in a microphone. And that's just my opinion. I think this would be a really good camera if you're just planning on shooting with limited use. It's not priced as a limited use camera though, but prices these days, I mean, they're just crazy. From what I've seen from the reviews, the picture is great, the stabilization is great, the interface is great, everything about the camera is great. Even the modularity seems, you know, really convenient, provided you aren't as forgetful as me, because I'm definitely going to lose one. However, if you intend to use this as your only camera for documenting your adventures, and these adventures could take several hours, you may be in for a real disappointment with this camera. I'm going to wait and see with Osmo Action 2. Sometimes when gadgets like these get out into the wild, creative people find ways to make the product better, and companies come out with different accessories that improve on the original product. Hopefully, that's what happens here. Thanks for watching, and hey, if you want to see more videos like this, make sure you subscribe. We'll see you on the next one.